Thank you. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you so much for taking some time to chat with me.
No problem.
Yeah.
All right, so let me begin by asking, how does it feel that the final season of Love Victor is about to release?
Emotional. It's it's definitely really crazy to just like see like something that like you've grown up. Like it's like for me, this is like my leaving college, where it's like if I'm sure a lot of people that have done that, or like even leaving high school, where it's like there's like this new chapter of life that's opening up, which is scary.
Mhm.
Yeah. It feels it feels like it's full circle now, like we're about to sort of like finishing the series and knowing how all the characters like sort of say goodbye is
Yeah.
was very much like we're all sort of like grieving that process, I think. And yeah, really appreciative of just like knowing it was the ending too, and we could honor that. But now it's like, yeah, the season's about to come out, and we're going to have this whole other like seeing how everyone else responds to that as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
Is there anything in particular that you're looking forward to the most about this season?
Hmm. Um, you go ahead, George.
I think I'm really I think I'm just like excited for people to have that sort of closure with the series as well, and like see how it comes full circle. Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm gonna say I'm really excited for people to see George's acting chops, because George has a really cool storyline this season, and I think that like you guys really will get to see George just kind of do his thing, and a lot of other actors do their thing really this season, which is cool. I feel like you get to explore more of the young teenagers, or like the young cast. You get to
Yeah.
see their acting chops a lot this season, which I'm really excited for people to see.
Awesome. Looking back to when the series first debuted, did you expect for it to make as big of an impact as it has?
I mean, you never know how something's gonna really go down. Like I've been in sort of I got my first like acting job like 15 years ago, and so I've had like an array of sort of things that you think were going to make a big impact or a big splash, and then they don't, or things that you're not really sure and then they do well. Like you just never really know how it's going to go down. But I think the fact that the show did have such an impact and connected was really spoke to the fact that it's like these kind of stories, these LGBTQ stories, were like overdue, and like they needed to be told, and people obviously really just connected to that. So
yeah, I feel like I always try to hedge my expectations in that way, where it's like I don't expect anything from any project or any show. I'm just so glad to just be a part of it, right? Because that's the only way to kind of approach these situations without getting heartbroken. Because like George said, you never really know what's going to happen. So I just approach it with like, oh, okay, well, who knows what's going to happen? But in that, it's also like I knew that this was a special show. And that was the most important thing, more than the success of the show or anything. I knew that whoever did watch it would feel seen.
Definitely. And what have you personally taken away from the experience of playing Michael and George? Or, sorry, Victor and Benji. I'm sorry.
I'm still playing myself though.
My bad. Sorry about that.
Today. Honestly, just all the amazing relationships that we made through this project, like all the amazing relationships with like the writers and the producers and the cast and crew, and it was just so nice to like be able to come back to this 3 times and see all these familiar faces and see how everybody grew as people as well. Like that was really great. And what have I taken away from Benji as a character? I mean, so much really. For one, his love of coffee. They gave me some barista training when I started, and that stuck around.
Yep, George is an addict now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Very nice. Well, then, yeah, Michael, did you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think like as far as like I love the cast and crew, and like I have so many of the people like the crew's phone number that like we still talk, you know what I mean? Like I loved working with these people, and it was incredible. But even beyond that, like learning the biggest thing I learned from Victor was just like learning how to be brave and embrace who you are as a person. I feel like I was always kind of like trying to be someone else, or felt like I wasn't deserving. And I said that in my like final speech, is that I felt like for such a long time, I felt like I didn't deserve this. And now I'm at a point in my life where it's like I could take ownership over that and be like, yeah, like I did deserve this, and this was a great experience that like I needed to have in my life. And my life would be so different without it. And there's nothing wrong with like taking ownership of being like, yes, I do deserve this. And so many people deserve more. And we always just like, oh, we don't deserve it. And we just don't seek for more. Everyone deserves more. And that is definitely something I've learned from this.
For sure, definitely. May I take a screenshot before we wrap up?
Yeah.
Of course.
1, 2, 3. Perfect. Michael, George, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure meeting you both.